Once upon a time, not too long ago, in the land of Egypt, there lived a poor farmer called Moses. He was a good man, but sadly, he wasn't free. You see, for over 400 years, his people, the Israelites, had been slaves in Egypt. Every day they had to work hard in the fields or make things for Pharaoh, the ruler of Egypt, and his many servants. They weren't allowed to leave. One day, God spoke to Moses and told him, "I want you to go to Pharaoh and tell him to let my people, the Israelites, go. They have suffered enough." But Moses didn't think he was good enough to speak to Pharaoh. So God said, "I will help you. But first I want you to take your staff and throw it down on the ground." Moses did what God asked. When he threw his staff down, do you know what happened? It turned into a snake. Pharaoh and his servants were scared when they saw this. Then God told Moses, "Take your staff and go get my people out of Egypt." After a while, Pharaoh let the Israelites leave, but only because he thought that maybe they could come back and work for him again. A little while later, though, God sent some very scary plagues to Egypt, like frogs, flies, and horrible boils. Then God told Moses, "Go to Pharaoh. Tell him to let my people go so that they can worship me." This time, Pharaoh was really mad, but he couldn't do anything against God, so he let the Israelites go. Over 600,000 men, women, and children left Egypt. They were so happy to be free. But Pharaoh changed his mind. He was angry that the Israelites had left, so he got his chariot and rode after them with his whole army. The Israelites were terrified. They looked around. They were surrounded by mountains on both sides. The sea was in front of them, and Pharaoh's army was behind them. They were trapped. They had nowhere to run, cried out to God for help. When Moses saw the people in trouble, he went to God and asked him what to do. God told Moses, "You must raise your staff over the sea, and the sea will become land so that the Israelites can cross to the other side." But Moses wasn't sure if he could do this. To be honest, he was scared. Then God said, "Don't be afraid. I'll be with you." That made Moses feel much better. So Moses raised his staff over the sea, and something amazing happened. The wind started to blow really hard. The waves rose up high, and the water from the sea moved away, parting the sea right down the middle. There was now dry ground in the middle of the sea, and there were walls of water on both sides. The Israelites shouted for joy and sang songs to God. All night long, the Israelites walked through the sea toward the other side. When it was morning, Pharaoh and his army came after them, just like God had told Moses. The walls of water on both sides kept crashing into each other. And when the water crashed back, the ground in the middle disappeared. Pharaoh's army was gone. Not one of them had survived. God had not only set his people free from slavery, but he had also saved them from death. What an amazing miracle. Do you remember when Moses was unsure if he could do what God had asked him to do? Well, sometimes we're not very good at believing in ourselves. Sometimes we think we aren't smart or strong enough to do something. But God has big plans for all of us. And if we believe in him, he will give us the strength we need to do anything. God loves you very much. He wants you to know that no matter what happens in your life, he is with you always. So never be afraid to follow him. He will help you. So when you think you can't do something, remember, if God is with you, you can do anything. The end. Thank you for watching. If you liked this story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Bible stories brought to life. Till next time, stay strong and stay faithful.